there, today I'm going to make Yorkshire puddings and I'm going to show you what I think is by far the best way and recipe to make Yorkshire puddings. So let's get on with it. What you're going to need is flour, which of course I've left over here, 140 grams of plain flour, 4 eggs, 200 millilitres of semi-skim milk, a bit of oil and some salt and pepper. I'm just getting my flour. I weighed it and then I meant to bring it over here, but I didn't. Right, first thing to do is get your tins, right? What I'm going to show you will make 12 little Yorkshire puddings in a normal muffin tin, or 8 this size, which is what I'm going to make today. I'm just going to make 4 for now, and then I'll save the batter for later, and I'll make 4 later. Sounds complicated, but somebody's not hungry yet, and somebody is. So I'm doing half the mixture, right. First thing to do, I feel like this isn't going very well. I think I'm a bit out of practice. I haven't been cooking, to be honest. First thing to do is set your oven. You want it on 210, 230 if you're not using a fan or gas marquee. So I'm going to put my oven on fan, 210 degrees. I've got this mini oven that I use. I'll set it for 30 minutes, but they're going to cook for about 20. Right, I'm going to try and do it so you can see what I'm doing. The secret of good Yorkshire puddings, as any British person knows, is getting the oil in your pan very, very hot. So you just want to drizzle a bit of oil into the base of your pans. Not too much. See? Wiggle it around a bit so it coats the bottom, or just about. And put that straight into your oven while you're making your batter, because that's got to be really hot before you put your batter in for good Yorkshire puddings. And it goes. I'm worn out already. I'm worn out putting a pan in the oven. Right, so now we're going to make the batter. And what you do, you start off with your flour. And you put your flour in the bowl, right? And then you kind of make a little space in the middle of the flour. And your eggs go in. Not your milk and your eggs, just your eggs. I've already shelled them, my eggs, but I didn't bother beating them. I'm just putting whole shelled eggs into there. I'm going to use a whisk. And I'm just going to mix it up. Mix your flour and your eggs in a bowl and not a cup. Right, and once that's all mixed together, do a look more of a chef if I do it like this. You know what, I need one of these. I need a firmer whisk. This whisk it's like got semi on, and really it needs to be a hard, fully hard whisk. But this will have to do, because this is the only whisk I've got. And once you've done that, once that's all mixed together, you put your milk in. I do like half the milk, but I really need a harder whisk. You know, I'm going to go and buy one, I think. I think I would have had it mixed up quicker if I was not using the silicone one. Yeah, that's mixed. Rest of the milk. And honestly, this is the best recipe I've ever tried. It's the right consistency. I used to like put the eggs and the milk in all together. It doesn't work somehow. There you go, nice runny batter. Then I'm going to chuck some salt and pepper in it. I'm going to put a good sprinkling of white pepper in, because you can't see it as much, but you can use black pepper, you can use freshly ground pepper. Some people put herbs into the Yorkshire puddings, like mixed herbs and stuff, which is okay, but the point of Yorkshire puddings is you can eat them as a dessert as well, like spread jam on them, and if you put herbs in them or whatever, you know, if you don't serve them all up and you put herbs in, put a fair bit of salt, otherwise they're going to be a bit bland. If you put herbs in, you've got to eat them all with your savoury dish. So if you leave them plain, you can spread jam or Nutella or, I don't know, what else? Marmalade? No. Mix it up. And that's it basically. Then all you've got to do is wait for your oil to be smoking. You want a bit of smoke coming out your oil. And then we'll put the batter in. So I'll see you when my oil's smoking hard. I used to live in Germany, and over there they've not heard of Yorkshire pudding. And I used to cook it while I was married to a German. Now he loved Yorkshire puddings with gravy and, you know, with a good British Sunday dinner. And we tried it on his mum and his other members of his family and some friends, and they all thought Yorkshire puddings were absolutely pointless, tasteless. They didn't get it at all why you would have this battery baked batter lump with your Sunday dinner. But as we in the UK know, you can't have a roast without a Yorkshire pudding. I don't think the Americans eat them either, do they? You don't eat Yorkshires, do you, if you're over the pond? I don't know about the Aussies. I don't know. But in the UK, we don't have a roast without a Yorkshire pudding. It would just be wrong. Right, let's have a look at my batter then. I think the oil's going to be hot enough now. I've moved the camera. It's a bit better now, isn't it? Yeah, you can see it's smoking. Really hot. Oh, I need a spoon of some sort to put the batter in, don't I? Spoon! Ouch! Oh. Caught my finger on a knife. You should always put your knives in a separate drawer. Oh, that sort of thing, like that spoon's. I wanted a big spoon, I can't find one. Anyway, I'm going to take this out. Obviously it's burning hot. If you've never seen me before, you might not realise I've got the smallest kitchen in the world. I've only got this mini oven and I've got no space, so I do everything in this very small area. Okay, I don't think I need a spoon. I'm going to pour the batter in. I'm worried it's going to fall on the floor. You just want to fill it really to the... So the top of your 4 pans is almost full, and it actually starts cooking the minute it hits. Oh God! The minute it hits the fan. So they're almost full. I'm not sure if you can see them. I'm going to try and show you. A bit worried about dropping it. I do drop things. See, almost full, but not quite full, because obviously they're going to rise. And it goes in the oven. And I'm going to leave them, don't open your oven with Yorkshire puddings, it spoils it, but I'm going to leave them for about 15 minutes and look through the glass. 15 to 20 minutes and this should be done. So I'll come back, take them out in the oven, and you can see how beautifully risen, fingers crossed they are, and taste it. To tell you, I've got these cake tins, I think the 7cm ones. If you want to, and there's 2 of you, you can cook 2 giant Yorkshire puddings with this recipe that we've just done, and then take them out and then like put a couple of sausages or some vegetables and then fill it with gravy, or you could cook a stew, empty these big ones out and put your stew in it. Feel like a meal inside a Yorkshire pudding. I forgot to tell you that before. Got them out and everything and forgot to say it. Okay, so the puddings have been in the oven for about 17 minutes and they look about done. So I'm going to get them out and let's have a look at them. Hard to get out this silly little oven. There we go. Now I don't like them overly brown and overly done, so to me that's absolutely perfect. Look at them, lovely and risen, soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. Yorkshire puddings. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your Yorkshires. And there's the recipe with the ingredients should you need it. Yes, the technology here is very, very technological.